Hey everyone, it's Asia Dang. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel. And this is how we're going to be building wealth in 2024. It wasn't that long ago that I had negative six-figure debt. No financial plan. I always thought I was going to struggle with money. I always thought I was going to be in debt. I had no savings, no know-how as to how to budget, how to invest, how to save for retirement, any of that. I didn't know nothing. And now look at where we are today. We're debt-free, we have a property, we know how to invest, we know how to budget like she's a whole new girl. So here are 8 ways. Obviously there are more, so if you want to contribute to this video, please let us know some of the ways you're building wealth in 2024 in the comment section. But here are some of the things I recommend we all need to do in 2024 to build wealth. The first thing we're going to do, which is kind of the main thing that you need to do, whether you're in debt or not, is to build an emergency fund, and we're going to put that emergency fund into a high yield savings account. Generally, the interest with high yield savings accounts is roughly like 15 to 20 times more than a traditional savings account at Chase or at Bank of America. Now on to emergency funds. Emergency funds traditionally should be 3 to 6 months of expenses, but if you are someone like me who doesn't have a steady income, you want to go more. And I also think that the COVID times has really inspired people to save up a lot more than 3 to 6 months in your emergency fund. To build an emergency fund, you need to know your budget. And actually, I'm thinking that maybe that should have been a point in this video too, learn how to budget. But you want to learn how to budget because your emergency fund is going to be 3 to 6 months of those expenses. Whatever your bare minimum expenses are to keep a roof over your head, to keep food on the table, to keep gas in your car, to keep your insurances paid, that is what you want to put in your emergency fund. But whether or not you are currently paying debt off, you need to build an emergency fund. For me, when I was paying off debt, I put aside $5,000 for an emergency fund. And when I was done paying off debt, I increased that to, I think, $25,000, and now we're increasing it again because we did buy that house. I think a good rule of thumb is to at least have $1,000 in your emergency fund while you're paying off debt. But again, that number is really based on your comfort level. Speaking of debt, the next thing we're going to do to become wealthy in 2024 is to pay off our debt. Or maybe I should say pay towards our debt. Don't wait for the government to help you. Do not wait for Ed McMahon to knock on your door. Is he still around? Let me just say, I have been debt-free for I think about 4 years now, and it is an incredibly freeing feeling. And I know if you watched my journey, you know how hard it was emotionally, financially, all the things for me. But now that I am out of debt, consumer debt, we have the mortgage, I feel so much freer. I feel better. The fact that I don't owe credit card balance, the fact that I don't owe any student loans, a car loan, is just a feeling that is indescribable. I paid my debt via the snowball method, which means I paid my debt based on my lowest amount of debt to my highest amount of debt. So I paid off my credit card first with a balance of $1,000, paid my car loan off with a balance of $7,000, and then I paid off my first student loan of $33,000, I think, and then my last one of $180,000. But we don't have to talk about that one. I did a whole video of the different methods you can use to pay off your debt. There's also the avalanche method, which you pay off the debt with the highest interest rate first. Again, it is all personal preference. I am not here to tell you which debt method you should do because it all really is based on what you value the most. You can pick one plan, decide you don't like it, and change it. Nothing is set in stone. You don't know whether you like something or not unless you try it, so try it. Speaking of debt and debt and debt, we are paying off our credit cards in full. We are learning how to properly use our credit cards in 2024, people. Having a balance on your credit card every month will keep you in debt forever. The interest rate on credit cards are so effing ridiculously high that they will just keep you in a cycle of debt that you will not ever get out unless you start paying off your credit card in full. We're gonna start paying off our credit cards in full every month. If you have a ton of credit card debt, what was our previous goal? To start paying off our debt. Until you pay off your credit card debt, stop using your credit card. Until you get a handle on your credit card usage, put the credit card away, use debit or use cash, and start learning those financial basics. So the next thing we're gonna do in 2024 to build wealth is to max out our retirement plans. While it's best to start investing early because time is money, it is never too late to start. I am a late bloomer to investing. I decided to pay off my debt first. I decided to fully commit to paying off my debt aggressively before I even thought about investing any money. But if we're trying to build wealth, the goal will always be to max out or get as close to maxing out all your retirement accounts as possible. Take advantage of tax advantaged retirement accounts like 401ks or IRAs. If your employer offers a matching contribution to a 401k, you have to take advantage of that. Some accounts offer tax-free withdrawals in retirement, others offer deferred growth. And if everything I said sounds super scary and intimidating and overwhelming, it is okay to have a team to help you figure out your financial future. I have one now, and you can have one too with Facet. Facet offers impartial advice and services that will help you achieve your goals by giving you one-on-one access to certified financial planners that can help you achieve any goal that you have at any point in your life. Financial planning, investing, retirement, tax planning, family planning, buying a home. Working with a financial advisor normally comes at a huge cost, which is a percentage of the amount of money you invest. But with Facet, it is one affordable membership fee which is tailored to your needs. Fiduciaries are obligated to prioritize their clients' interests over their own. So there's no product sales, there's no commission, there's no conflict. You know I love to help you out, but I'm not always available, and also I am not always knowledgeable about everything you need. So if you want a team of financial experts to help you grow at any stage of your life, Facet is waiving their $250 enrollment fee for new members. Head over to facet.com/Asia to learn more about what Facet can do for you and this limited time offer. Thanks Facet for sponsoring this portion of the video. The next thing we're going to do in 2024 to build wealth is increase our income, increase our income, increase our income. I'm sorry, I hate it when people say that and make it sound like it is the easiest thing in the world to do, because increasing your income is incredibly difficult. But you're gonna try. You're gonna go ask for more hours. You're gonna go ask for that raise. You're gonna pick up a side hustle. You gotta do what you need to do in order to make more money, because that money is going to help you what? Pay off your debt. That's going to help you build your emergency fund. That's going to help you achieve things that we're going to talk about later on in this video. For me, when I was getting out of debt, I was a dog walker. But my biggest side hustle that we still currently do today is we rent out the first floor of our loft for photo shoots and video shoots. And that helps us pay more towards our mortgage. So the next thing we're going to do, actually, I guess the next two things are pretty similar to each other, but we are going to make savings fun. Listen, the one thing about me is I love a good savings goal. Saving is my favorite thing to do in the world because I have made it so. I do this by building sinking funds and flowcharts. Probably the next video I'm gonna upload is how to save like $6,000 or whatever by using sinking funds and flowcharts. So if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, don't worry, a video is coming. I paid off my debt using a flowchart. I saved up for a wedding and paid for it in cash using sinking funds and flowcharts. I paid for my honeymoon in cash using sinking funds and flowcharts. I'm planning to save for Beyonce Cunty Cowgirl Tour 2025 in a sinking fund and flowchart, okay? It is just a way to save up for something in advance. Saving up for things in advance allows you to do whatever you want because you are doing it responsibly. I know we mentioned high yield savings accounts. I know we just mentioned sinking funds, but we're gonna combine those two, and the next thing you're gonna do to build wealth in 2024 is you're gonna find a high yield savings account that has buckets. So what will happen is you have a main high yield savings account, but then you have buckets that you can put that money in to save towards something specific. So let me look at my buckets. If you go to my buckets, you can see what exactly we're saving up for. So we have my 40th birthday, which is happening in a couple years. I have a 2023 SEP. I have doggy dental, which we are almost fully funded for. So that way, all your savings goals are in one savings account, but they have different buckets, so you know exactly how much money you have towards each goal and how much money you have left to save towards your goal target. I think for me, what I have found most helpful in my financial journey is being able to, one, make this whole thing more fun than it is scary, and then also kind of categorizing my goals. Make savings fun. Realize that you can save for what you want as long as you do it responsibly, as long as you figure out the best routine for you, and as long as you can like put them in high yield savings accounts with buckets so you know clearly where your money is going. The next thing we're gonna do, we are actually at the last one. The last thing we're gonna do to build wealth is to build money routines. This means a paycheck routine. This means a budget routine. This means that when you spend or receive money, you know exactly what you need to do next. I posted my paycheck routine, which has changed slightly since I got married, so I'll probably do another video, updated video about that. That routine works for me. It works for my income. It works for my situation. You need to build a paycheck routine that works for you. Meaning every time you get a paycheck, you know exactly what money needs to go to where. Every time I get a paycheck that says, Asia Dang, you got money. 30% goes to taxes, 20% goes to management, 50% off the top is gone. It disappears. It hurts me every day, but that's how it happens. 10% of what's left over is going into a joint account with Brian. What's left over after 60% of my income is gone is where I determine what money goes to my checking account and what money goes to my financial goals. I also have a weekly budget routine in which every Sunday, if you follow me on TikTok, I've been doing these live every Sunday. I get my planner, I look at my bank account, and I go through all my expenses. When you start building these routines, just being more financially healthy will come so much easier for you. And then I guess I'm gonna add just one more. This is a bonus way of how to build wealth in 2024. It is just to build to check on your bank accounts regularly. I do this every couple days. I would actually suggest if you are uncomfortable with this, you start doing it every day. Not only will this make you be more comfortable and understand what's coming in and out of your account, you will also start to notice inconsistencies about maybe money that hasn't been deposited that you're waiting for, money that was taken out that should not have been taken out. That actually happened to me last week. I noticed that a restaurant we went to charged me more on my credit card than I authorized. Keeping an eye on your bank account is not only a good habit, but it also just prevents like people from doing bad things with your money. Okay, anyways, that is it. Those are some of the ways I want you to build wealth in 2024. If you want to add to this list, please do in the comments, and yeah, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video inspired you, and I will see you all next video. Bye.